Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Daryl Matthews. Thank you for watching our channel, checking things out. I created this to find other like-minded people who are interested in learning more about investing, whether it be real estate, stock tips, or anything in personal finance, along with kind of going through the journey together. I think it's super important to have a great foundation, people around you that are interested in the same things, or you get caught in the mix. I found myself struggling early on. But today, I am a real estate broker. I run a real estate team. Blessed to do 91 deals last year, which is great when you're in a market that the average agent is selling in between 6 to 10. In addition to that, I'm an investor. I'm a son. I'm a boyfriend. I'm a brother. I'm a friend to a few folks here who tolerate me. But this channel is created to really go down the personal finance journey together, figure out how to find financial freedom as well, and also to find other like-minded people who are interested in the same topics that I am. So instead of consuming a bunch of consuming a bunch of content, I've thought it'd be great to start giving back because I've been in the real estate industry for 9 years now, and I'm finding that there are a lot of folks who are learning from me, but also want to learn with me. So I think that this is a good time to pinpoint the areas of research that I'm really interested in and growing more. Started talking to friends about not only like residential real estate, but also investment real estate, not just 2 to 4 units, but we're also talking about storage units, commercial. What does that look like from a financing standpoint, and really kicking things off. So early on, I see this channel being talking about some of my successes and where I'm growing as a team, where we're growing as a team, and also what it looks like for the future. In addition to that, long-term projects like getting into syndication, finding out partnering with folks for development projects as well here, and figuring out how to add value to other lives as well. Because I feel like it's selfish of me to hoard all the information once I learn something from my network and not give this back. So I think that's super cool. And I look forward to jumping into this with you guys. So first things first, I want to dive into a deal that I personally got under contract. I don't think it's the most impressive deal there is, but 6,700 bucks all in is what I was able to put into this deal, and I purchased an asset for about $326,000, which is a pretty decent return. And the property even came back. I think I made like $15,000 on the appraisal alone. So I think it appraised for 342 and purchased it for 326. And at this point in time, only 7 months into the deal, it's already worth about 450. In addition to that, once I go through doing the necessary upgrades and all that's left, which would probably be a part two video, the kitchen needs to be redone, which is about another $20,000. And there was there are a few other things that went into the project as well, but I want to share on that, but also some wholesale deals that I have. I mean, there's a ton to go into this channel in the beginning, but I think there's a ton to learn even so. So for those people that are here right now, you're going to be the day ones. And remember this, and others that are joining and going back, I appreciate you for following. So let's jump into the deal really quick and go from there. All right, guys. So I made a mistake. It wasn't 7 months to go through this deal. I think we're at about 4 months of holding on this one. And for this property, it was a purchase price of 326. I'm gonna walk you through first what a traditional deal would have looked like out of pocket, and how we got the deal for 6,700 bucks out of pocket as well. Property. The reason why this property worked was because it's in the most desirable school district in the city. In addition to that, it also has walkability. School district is important, and just the appreciation. You see some of the highest appreciation here. I think last year we saw about 14.7% in this area. So from that standpoint, I knew it was a good buy. At the time, I didn't know how good of a buy it could be. Purchase this property for the short of it is 326. It's going to be worth about 525 50 once we're all done with it, turning it from a 3 bedroom, 1.5 bathrooms with 2 stall garage to a 3 bedroom, 2 full bathroom. The basement was finished, and we're gonna finish it a little bit better to rip down some paneling and drywall, put some drywall up and whatnot. But from this standpoint, let's go through a traditional deal. If you're buying this property regularly, like an owner occupied, looking for 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, this purchase price is going to be 326. We use a conventional down payment of 5%, which is pretty typical in this market. 16,300 bucks is what's out of pocket there with the conventional 5%. In addition to that, you have closing costs, which are about $7,500 for our area. That's going to be dependent upon where you are moving, for sure, because of taxes, your insurance, and all that. Inspections and miscellaneous costs, such as your inspections. We got a sewer scope on this property. In addition to that, we wanted to make sure that, yeah, maybe your appraisal, you have to pay for it as well. But let's just call it $700 out of pocket for a total of 24,500 bucks. Um, in terms of my input, I wanted to make sure I had as little cash into this one as possible. So I'm also a broker and an agent, as mentioned before, and that played a little bit of a key here, but the huge piece is getting closing costs paid for by the seller to purchase a $326,000 asset. But for this deal, right, 326 is what we purchased this for. Commissional down payment will be 5%, 16,300 bucks out of pocket, and you have closing costs of 7,500 bucks. Now, this property was built in 1968. The woman had lived here since 1972. Heavy smoker. There was smoke plaque all around the walls. The windows need to be replaced. The kitchen need to be redone. Bathrooms need to be upgraded. I mean, we're talking probably $60,000 worth of work in this thing. Right now, 2/3 of the way done. The kitchen is the last thing that has to be finished. So I think we're going to come in under $60,000, which is not typical for sure. But in terms of closing costs, when we were walking through for inspections and whatnot, we were able to get $8,000 as a seller credit. So the seller took care of our closing costs so that we did not have to pay for it, seeing as all the repairs we had to make on the property. Right, so $8,000 in closing costs helped us out a ton. So we're actually netting 500 bucks towards the buyer side, which is us, right? And inspections and miscellaneous costs are still 700 bucks for sure. But in addition to that, I took my commission as credit here. I didn't take that out of pocket. So I rolled my 3% commission, right, into the deal. So that 9780 number that you see there was rolled into the deal, put towards my down payment. So really what I'm coming out of pocket is 2% here because I got my closing costs taken care of with a $500 credit there. And then I got 3% out of the 5% in commission, and I use that towards my down payment. So if you take the $16,000, add that 7,500 bucks, but then you have to subtract the $8,000. You're adding on another 700 bucks, and then you also subtract 97 to 80. You get $6,720 out of pocket for this deal. Now, this deal, I'm going to put a part two together because I know this will get lengthy, but I think it's really important to see the value of real estate and how you could jump from, I mean, how is, hey, you could have a net worth of zero, but jump to $500,000 really quick, or not a net worth, but you could hold an asset worth $500,000 really quick. So this property is worth 326. Also, the appraisal came in at 342 when I purchased it, and so I already made 15 grand off the bat there. In addition to that, we're jumping. I know for sure the property would be worth 500,000, but 550 with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a two-stall garage and a decent backyard. This is on a quarter-acre lot. It's nothing crazy. So yeah, my level of confidence with this is very high because you run your numbers. You want to know what you're getting at with this thing. So yeah, if you have any questions here, I would love to dive deeper. But the next video is going to explain how do you get value, or how does my value go from 326 on this property that's noted as a piece of crap by some other folks to 550. I appreciate you guys joining for this journey. Please like, subscribe. I want to put out more content like this for sure. So look forward to sharing this with you guys. Thank you so much for joining.